Ready, steady, fighty. Bad guys dealt with.
In this god-forsaken canyon. You okay, stranger? Well, hellfire if it isn't my old protege, come up all the way from the Mojave Wasteland. You are a sight for sore eyes, old friend. How the hell are you? Took your sweet-ass time getting here, if I may say so.
It's good to see you too, Randall.
Yeah, I reckon so. We got a lot of catching up to do, but we best do it back at my shack. It ain't safe out here in the open. Here's a spot on your map. It ain't much, but there's shelter and some warm beds. Stop by and I'll catch up on everything. Be careful now.
You too. Oh, bro, the homie Randall back, bro. That shit. That's it.
You're my best friend forever.
You are too.
What do you want, shitbird? Fuck, okay, goddamn psycho. I didn't mean anything by it. Christ.
Don't fucking talk to me like that. I don't know who you are.
And so the great hunter appears. I have a feeling I'll be paying out a lot more bounties soon, seeing as to how you're around.
Who are you?
John Brookshire, serving in an official capacity for the New California Republic. I'm the man who signs the paychecks around here.
How did the NCR get with Randall?
Randall came to us, actually. He was short on funds and armament, and we had long since known about Frosthill and its renegade population. There's a standing bounty on almost every person here. Some of them have been running from justice for decades. While Marco has not committed any known crimes against the NCR yet, many of his men have. With that in mind, we elected to partner with Randall. Thanks to Randall's reputation and our money, we now have a strong contingent of bounty hunters. Perhaps enough to reckon with the outlaw populace.
Are bounty hunters authorized to kill the residents of Frosthill?
No, absolutely not. Although they're wanted, I want to arrange for a peaceful resolution with the more civilized elements in the canyon. I've made multiple attempts at a diplomatic solution, but my offers have been rebuffed each and every time. I even put amnesty on the table, provided they accept NCR control. They acted as if I wanted their firstborn. Asinine. Randall believes that this can be a peaceful, independent community once Marco and his ilk are gone, but I disagree. Only with the firm leadership of the NCR can Frosthill put its outlaw past behind it. The law will have its day, whether they like it or not. When this is finished, the residents will have to choose between the NCR or life elsewhere. Violence, however, is out of the question.
Well, it sounds like you tried everything. It's their own fault for being stubborn.
It's a sad situation, but that's the truth of it. The law is coming, one way or another. They'll have to learn the hard way.
Facts. Like, get to your chair, bro. Get to your chair. What are you doing? What is this? You gonna sit down? Bro, I can't believe you're a ghoul now. Oh my god. I'm gonna take a seat too, like old time. I can't see your face.
I only have one question. Are you willing to kill people for money? I'm just joshing you, partner. Had to ask, for old time's sake.
Hell yeah.
Lord knows you've killed enough for the both of us.
You got
and
no
some.
idea, bro.
I heard about you taking down Judge Richter, Red Bear, and Sergio. Damn fine work by all accounts. I know you might have a lot of different reasons for coming here, but I want you to know I appreciate it. Fact is, I could use your help. My goal is to find Marco and kill the son of a bitch, plain and simple. We even got the NCR bankrolling us this time, thanks to Mr. Brookshire. Truth is that we're in a tight spot here. When Marco came to Frosthill, he brought a passel of outlaws with him, all of them a rough bunch. I'm talking about the hardest, meanest vermin west of the Mississippi, gathered over years of raiding. We ain't taking no prisoners up here. It's gonna be sorta like what we did back in Vegas, except this time, we finish it, together. Marco has nowhere else to run now. It's gonna be tough, partner, and downright bloody. You let me know when you're ready to start, and I'll get you on track. I'd tell you not to distract me with questions, but I reckon that would be downright rude, considering everything that's transpired. If you're curious, ask away. So long as you don't keep me away from my typing for too long, I reckon somebody has to keep this outfit organized.
Hell yeah, I'd like to ask some questions.
Ask away.
How'd you become a ghoul?
Oh, how did I become a zombie? Yeah, I can say that shit with impunity now. Zombie, 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 motherfucker.
Fuck you.
Anyway, Sugar had busted me up, then buried me up to my neck in dirt not far from some old wayside. Made me sick as fuck. There I am, wasting away, sun burning my head, thinking it can't get worse. Wrong. Fucking giant ants showed up, about to chomp my dome off. Right when I'm about to become a snack for the bugs, a pack of wild dogs comes running in, chew up the ants, then run 'em off. I'm thinking, hallelujah for man's best friend. Wrong again. Big alpha dog came up and commenced to humping my face. Did it all night.
Oh, yeah.
So that mangy fucker is making love to my ear when finally I hear gunshots, despite my impairment. Thought I'd finally caught a break. Dogs run off, but it was the jackals that found me. Cocksuckers had a real laugh at me, half ghoulified and covered in dog jizz.
That's horrible. Please continue.
Well, the jackals shackled me and hauled me around, made me their zombie slave. They just assumed I was some random hobo in the wastes. I ended up taking a page out of old Marshall Cooper's playbook. Late one night, I used a fork to kill their leader, then grabbed a gun.
That's one.
Jackals are all pussies, of course, so they ran off. I did manage to kill 2 of them, though. After that, I got my bearings and headed north.
That's what I'm talking about. Why didn't you return to the Mojave?
Jackals hauled me up north to begin with, and I wasn't sure what was going on back in Vegas. For all I knew, the judge was still around. I ain't proud of everything I've done, but it worked out. I was on the road when somebody told me Marco was up in Utah. Hearing that gave me real purpose again, something to work towards. I got on as a caravan guard and got up here not long after that. I started to figure it was nothing. I'd heard stories of Marco dying for years until I saw him. He was outside town, had a gang with him. Deep down I knew he'd be too fast or one of his boys would plug me first. I'd have to wait, but at least I knew where he was. I went back with a caravan, used my paycheck to get geared up, and that's when Brookshire found me. He told me that NCR had a stake in Frosthill, wanted to fund a bounty hunting expedition. All they needed was some leadership. By that time, word had gotten around about your doings in the Mojave, so Brookshire figured I'd be a good fit to corral his gang of misfits. I mean, it's going to work, but sometimes I have my doubts about all this, the way things turned out. I regret starting you down this path.
What path? I chose this, dog. Yeah, when you said that about me regretting setting me to this path, what did you mean?
I got into this business because of revenge. You know what revenge is? It's a special kind of hatred that burns in your soul. It can motivate you, it can keep you alive, and it can poison you. When I gave you that pistol, I put that weight on you, and that ain't right. To know that I put you in a place, in a lifestyle that will have you looking over your shoulder your whole life, it hurts.
I knew what I was getting into, and I have no regrets. It was a privilege working with you, man.
Let's just get through all this before we start congratulating each other and talking about privileges. Jesus.
Yeah, I agree. Hold on, though. Why do you think I'll be looking over my shoulder? Once Marco is dead, nobody will come across us.
Plenty will steer clear, to be certain. There are always others out for your blood. Some want to land themselves in your legend by killing you. Seen it happen. There'll come a time when you don't pay attention, get careless, or just get unlucky, and somebody will make their move. See, you're carrying a brand. You're a killer. That's how people will always see you, for good or bad. And the ones you killed, they'll haunt you. Somebody once told me, blood will have blood. You can't stop it. All you can do is survive it.
Damn. What will you do once Marco's dead?
Been a long time since I've seen home. My real home. Hot and humid doesn't sound so bad when you're freezing your nuts off. Hell of a long trip back to Mississippi, but I reckon that's where I'll go. I've missed it, even with all the hurt that comes with thinking of it. Fact is that I'm tired. Tired of fighting. Tired of knowing that I'm alive and my family is dead. I wish I'd died with them, truly. If I can make it back there, I know what I'm gonna do.
There's still some people who care about you, Red.
Yeah, I forget sometimes. You get in the habit of detaching yourself from other people in this business so you don't feel too much.
I know that.
I'm just talking out of my ass anyway. Let's get back to work.
Alright, first target.
I got to tell you, I'm downright giddy about this. It's just like the old days. You excited too? Ready to get out and kill some bad guys?
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Good. Now squash that bullshit right now. You better harden the fuck up when you go after this bunch, because they're killers, every one of them. The first is Garza, a Mexican sharpshooter who served as Marco's scout for years. He's a first-rate marksman by all accounts. Word is that he's in Buxton Mine, where he's holed up with a trio of hussies, the Amantes or whatever. I can't speak that shit. It's a crazy man with 3 bloodthirsty bitches. Enough said. Any questions?
What else can you tell me about the woman accompanying Garza?
Garza is reportedly something of a ladies' man, so much so that he always has a stable of sluts on hand, no matter the circumstances. Crazy bitches feed him, bring him supplies, even fight for him, screaming like banshees on the rag. Goddamn terrifying if you ask me. Then again, maybe Garza is smarter than all of us. At any rate, keep your eyes open for him and his manatees.
Alright, let's go.
Good, just keep your head down and do what you do best. I'll see you when you get back. Oh, almost forgot. If you're gonna be running around out in that freezing ass cold, might as well dress for it. Here's something I had stowed away.
Thanks. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Heard of you. Some kind of hot chef Mojave, right? Well, let me set things straight. I'm the fucking alpha dog here. Not that I'm worried. I hear you didn't do shit to help out Randall. Left him to get zombified.
Bro, I just
Fucking
choked you. I just beat the
shitbird.
shit. What?
Got anything to say, shitbird?
Is this the same nigga? Bro, fuck you and your attitude. I cocksucker. I kill more men than you can count.
Alright, you got a little fire in your belly. Maybe you ain't shitbird after all.
Well,
I'll
he's
see you
testing me,
around.
bro. Like, get out of my way, bro. Like, what is this nigga doing, bro?
This will stop the pain.
Bitch.
We're all lit up. Is it Christmas?
Over here! Glad that's over.
Time to fight.
Hold on.
Come on!
Ain't this a bitch?
Fuck out my way. Let's go, y'all. That's what I'm talking about.
It's on.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
Bitch.
I bet no one has ever been as unnoticed as me.
What you got?
I killed Garza. Here's his finger.
We're off to a good start then. I've still got a long list of names, so let me know when you're ready for the next target.
Hold on. My bad, y'all.
What you got?
What's up with Frosthill? Is friendly or not?
That's a complicated matter, my friend. See, the NCR has a bounty out on just about everybody in this here canyon. Thing is, most of them are just outcasts and poor folk, not really bad, except for Marco and his crew. A lot of them came up here to get away from one type of government or another, be it NCR, Legion, or whatever. Damnable thing is that most of them are loyal to Marco right now, mainly because they see us as part of the NCR. I'm hoping that if we can whittle away some of Marco's muscle, people will start to have a change of heart. I ain't no NCR stooge. Somebody wants to pay me for bounties? Fine. You want me to conquer your territory for you? That dog won't hunt. If we can clean out the worst of them, then maybe the NCR will see this place as legitimate. Might even grant amnesty, or so they say. We got a lot of graves to fill before that's on the table, though. We'll see.
What's the story on Brookshire?
He's some sort of NCR agent, man. You can never tell with those weasels. They got nice suits, silver tongues, and deep pockets. As long as they keep paying for bounties, and I get to run things my way, I got no complaints. He seems squared away as far as I can tell.
What's the deal with Ford? No, my bad. How did you track Marco here?
Man like Marco comes around,
I don't know
word
for
travels fast. I believe he made some feeble attempt to conceal his identity at first. Rumors that he even used a different name for a spell, tried to settle down. I can't imagine a man like him living any sort of normal life.
Wait, what?
Story is that he had a run-in with some local toughs, killed 5 of them outside the saloon. Wasn't long before people figured out who he was. What with him shooting like the devil and a band of outlaws in tow. I haven't even gotten a look at him, but he's here. I know it. He stays up in those mines most of the time. Leaves the dirty work to his peons. When I got set up here with the other hunters, things turned ugly right away. We lost some, but we gave as good as we got. Marco ain't stupid, of course. He'll keep biding his time until he feels strong, or until his back is up against the wall. Mark my words, though, when he does show, it's going to get biblical. Fire, brimstone, and all that good shit. What?
How'd you hear me about killing the judge and all the others?
Don't play coy. You killed a string of badasses, one right after the next, like something out of a goddamn dime novel. Somebody off Sergio in his own damn town, people are gonna talk about that shit for decades. Every damn trader I met was blabbing about it. There were others I heard about, like Red Bear. Some said you killed him, others claimed you took him alive. I hope you cut his goddamn throat. You must be managing the fame pretty well. I've no doubt you've dealt with your share of bushwhackers trying to get payback. I wish I could tell you that it would stop, but it won't. All that counts is that you're alive and that you're here. What?
Where did you get the other bounty hunters?
When the NCR jiggled its coin purse, they came to me like flies to shit. Most are passable fighters, but I ain't too sure about their character. Truth is, that's the norm in this business. It takes a hard heart to kill someone for a greasy wad of dough. Some of these hunters don't care if the mark is good, bad, or somewhere in between. It's strictly business all the time, and that's what worries me. Maybe I'm just getting more picky after I worked with you. Ain't none of them cut from the same cloth. All this goddamn philosophizing is downright distracting. We'll just have to suck it up and make do with what we got, and that's the end of it.
I'm waiting for another bounty.
Good. The target is Kicking Dog, a humongous savage who broke away from the Whitelegs a while back and formed his own gang. Seeing as to how he only had a few men with him, Dog eventually joined up with Marco, who was more than happy to put his skills to use. Kicking Dog got his name from the way he kicks men to death, all while he snarls and drools like a mad dog. He's probably on chems. You can find him and a few compadres over in Wolfhead Cavern, not far from here. Any questions?
Do you know anything about Kicking Dog's fighting style?
Yeah, he likes to knock people down and then pound the shit out of them. He's big, fast, and mean, so it works most of the time. My advice is to keep your distance, cripple him, then take your time planting shots in his dome. Size and strength don't mean shit if you put a bullet in his brain. Anything else?
I don't have any more questions.
Alright, just be careful, and I'll see you when you get back. Good luck.
This a bitch.
Nobody ever notices me, but they notice the Pip-Boy light. Cessation of hostilities complete. Nobody ever notices me, but they notice the Pip-Boy light. We're all lit up. Is it Christmas?
The sneakiness.
Ready, steady, fighty.
Did you see that?
No!
Over here!
Ah!
Yeah?
Cessation of hostilities complete.
Glad that's over.
What you got?
I killed Kicking Dog. Here's his finger.
I suppose he kicked his last then. Serves that savage right. Here's your reward. Come on back when you're ready for the next one. What you got?
Do you have any idea where Marco is right now?
No idea. Nothing. Son of a bitch drifted off into the hills. Only has a few gunmen with him. We'll find him, though. It's just going to take time. Once we thin out his lieutenants, the rank and file will abandon him. Mark my words. He leads through fear, so the key is to show he's weak. What?
Do you want me to take any of these targets in alive?
Out of all them bounties I gave you, was there ever one that involved capturing some bastard and bringing him back? The answer's no. Assuming you could bring one back in one piece, all that would happen is Mr. Brookshire would make a summary judgment. We'd just end up hanging them, and the pay would be the same. Better to just kill them on sight. No fuss, no nonsense.
How much will the bounties pay?
It ain't like that damn gravy train we had in Vegas, but it's enough. A lot of it will depend on how you resolve each situation. See, we got a tense relationship with Frosthill, so it's a balancing act of cleaning out Marco's boys while not pissing off the town. There may be times when you're asked to handle things in a specific sort of way. Clear? About as much as mud, right? Yeah, that's the NCR for you. What?
Are you going to use one in posters?
Posters? Only use for those things is to wipe your ass, not a damn thing else.
Thanks.
Wasteful and stupid, I call them. I give
know.
you a name, you kill the motherfucker.
Thanks.
That's how this business is supposed to operate. It keeps things organized and neat. Most of the time, posters are spread all over creation, and it's a pain in the ass to even find work. Goddamn ridiculous. You show me the man who invented wanted posters, and I'll gladly stomp his nuts.
Where did you get that movie poster?
Ford put that mess up. I don't even know what the fuck it's about. Babies and demons, some kind of fucked up love story written by perverts. Honestly, what kind of demented minds come up with this shit? Whatever happened to thoughtful, quality entertainment? Everything nowadays is just swearing and violence. No depth at all. It's a sign of intellectual regression and moral decline. Look at me getting distracted by this filth. When you're ready, I've got more of these fucking assholes for you to kill.
Since when did you have a dog?
Oh, Cooper? Found him when we cleared out a raider den just outside the canyon. They'd been using him as bait for their fighting dogs. He was pretty tore up when we found him, but he bounced back real quick. Ain't the biggest or the fastest, but he's tough as an old boot. Feel free to take him with you the next time you go after a bounty. I'm sure he'd be a help to you. What?
Do you want your older pistol back?
It does my heart good to see that old Remington. Let me tell you, it means a lot to me that you brought it all the way here. Damn good of you. Now, the way I see it is that it's yours now. So long as you kill Marco with it, I'm happy. Truth is that just holding that thing can dredge up bad memories for me. I just end up stowing it in a safe again. Better to see it put to use.
I'm ready for another bounty.
This time you're going after Squirrely Bill Blasius, big-mouthed cowboy who heads a gang of rowdies called the Vaqueros. In addition to being a full-time bandit, he claims to have the most magnificent mustache in the territory. In my experience, only civil servants and pedophiles wear mustaches with pride. He's definitely not the former, so that narrows it down. Old Bill recently set himself up at the town saloon, and he's now in the midst of a gambling bender. He also brought a few ruffians with him. A bounty is a bounty, but this one ain't so simple. We already have a touchy relationship with the town, so I don't want to make things worse. You can't just slip in and chop his head off or snipe him. It needs to at least look like self-defense, otherwise the townsfolk get all pissy. I've no doubt you can find some way to offend the fella. Once he draws on you, it's fair game. If you can pull it off, I'll throw in a bonus. Word has it that he's particularly touchy about the mustache, so there's a start. Any questions?
Is there anything else that might provoke Bill?
If it were me, I'd bash his testicles with the butt of my pistol, but that's probably a bit overt. Oh, I almost forgot. He is supposed to be sweet on that yellow-haired whore, Lori. He likes to keep a monopoly on her when he's in town. I imagine it would be disconcerting if you were to partake of the young lady, particularly in earshot of Mr. Blasius. Any other questions?
Is Bill a decent fighter?
He's better than most, but he's mainly just crazy. Unpredictable is probably a better description. That's how he got his name. He's hard to read. He's like a lot of these hotshot banditos. Everything is wrapped up in that revolver at his side. Disarm him or wound him, and he's helpless. Any other questions?
I don't have any more questions.
Don't forget, there's a bonus if you make Bill draw first. Good luck.
Oh, say less.
What can I do for you?
What's your story?
My story? Well, I came to Frosthill looking to spread the gospel and save the souls of all these villainous bums. You should see your face, stranger. I can't tell if you want to run or reach for a weapon. Relax. I'm not having a fit or anything. You'll have to forgive me, seeing as to how I don't have many newcomers up and ask me about my background. Just seems a little bit odd. If you must know, I came here after a minor legal dispute. Settled down and opened up this fine establishment. Not much else to say. What about you? What's your story?
I survived everything that's been thrown at me.
Tough guy, huh? We're pretty big on individualism up here, so you'll fit right in. Look, if you need any repairs, stop by anytime. Good luck to you.
Thanks, man.
Howdy.
How'd you end up in Frosthill?
I won't dance around the truth like some of these folks. I was a raider back in my youth, and a nasty one at that. Now, I ain't exactly proud of that, but I ain't ashamed either. It was a sure way to survive, not to mention steady access to poontang. Notions of morality and even self-preservation tend to pale in comparison to such matters when you're a young man. Enough years go by, and you start to slow down, though. Take a few bullets, and you're slower still. Unless you're chief, getting old and raiding don't mix. After I damn near got my nuts cut off over a bottle of whiskey, I called it quits. Been here for almost 30 years now. I remember when Pop Jameson ran this shop, sold some mean meat pies. Town had been in place for at least a few decades when I came up here. Rumor was that cannibals started it, but I never saw anything like that.
What do people do for a living here?
Little bit of trading with caravans, but it's mostly bighorners. They do better up in this climate. Tend to have tastier meat for some reason. The weather can be tough on folks at first, seeing as to how it's a big shock. You get used to it, though. Hell, I've come to prefer it. It's too cold for death claws and any badass bugs like cazadors. I say fuck those things to whatever hell they came from. My bones might ache a little more, and the mornings are uncomfortable, but at least I won't get stung to death by those fucking devil wasps.
What's it like being a raider?
When you're young and wild, it's a damn enjoyable lifestyle. Drink, fuck, party all the time. You might die going after a caravan, but fuck it. I ain't proud of everything I done, but it was all we knew. Most were orphans or rejects who had enough balls to fight for a meal. Today you got crazies like the fucking Hades, the Whitelegs, and the Claws, all bloodthirsty lunatics killing everyone they see. Ridiculous.
How did Marco wind up in Frosthill?
He came in from the east, which is more than a little unusual. Only had a few scouts with him, but I could tell he meant business. Marco didn't cause no fuss, though. Just got himself a shack near the old graveyard and minded his own business. He'd come into town and buy supplies every week. Always paid up front, was polite to everyone. After a while, we just figured he had started over like the rest of us. We all heard stories of things he'd done, but who knows what's true. when word came about all that business down in the Mojave, with you killing Sergio and all, Marco changed.
Oh,
He was restless. More of his old buddies started showing up and camping in the hills. Only reason they didn't cause trouble is because they feared Marco. Not long after that, Randall rolled in with a pack of bounty hunters and some NCR suit funding them. Canyon has become a fucking war zone since.
Never mind.
What are you doing around here, fancy pants? Oh, you come to admire my moustache, huh? Ah, that's right. Just take it all in. Good. That's what all the ladies say when I give 'em a taste of this love rug above my lips. Drives them crazy. You know, I reckon you want to touch it, don't you?
What the hell?
Well, that's just too goddamn bad. Only Lori gets to be caressed by the love rug, stranger.
What the fuck is he talking about? Did the other Vanquiriers know that you're a pederast with a mustache? It's pretty obvious.
You done fucked up, partner.
Good boys and girls take their medics.
Are you dead?
Watch out!
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Hold it, baby Bonanza. It's me, Cunty McLean.
Who are you?
Cunty McLean, your arch nemesis and worst nightmare.
Are you here to kill me? At least give me a reason.
Really? You don't remember? My cousin, Donald, came out to the wasteland to make a name for himself. He got caught up in some fiend group and ended up getting recruited. You murdered him. You murdered him and you don't even remember.
How could I have known your cousin wasn't bad?
He had the smile of a child and the mouth of a smaller child. It would have been obvious if you hadn't blown his fucking head off.
Alright, let's get on with this.
About time. Prepare for your imminent and possibly painless death.
Steady. Fighty.
So I had to end like this, dog.
Bad guys dealt with.
Understand this.
What is it, partner?
I killed Bill Blasius in self-defense. Here's his finger.
Sometimes nicknames are just random or nonsensical, but his was dead on. Squirrely indeed. You played this one smart, and I appreciate it. We're one step closer to Marco, and the townsfolk are starting to hate us less. It was excellent work, so here's the bonus as promised. Get rested and report back when you're ready.
Yes. Alright, y'all. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about right there. We'll end it right here.